Hey guys! So it's been a while since I made my last video. I think it's been a year and a half almost. It's been almost a year that I've been a full registered licensed nurse. So I'm just going to share with you a couple of tips that I have to get you through nursing school or if you're just starting out as a nurse like me. So my first tip would be getting into the habit of stretching before your shifts. This helps a lot because it helps you to remember your body mechanics, and if you're more flexible, it helps. Try to stretch, try to get into the habit of stretching before your shift. My second tip is a little bit stranger. If you have a heavy sweating problem like me, you might find this quite helpful. I only discovered this year. So basically what you do is you take your regular deodorant the night before you have a clinical or a day shift or whatever. Put a thin layer of deodorant wherever you sweat. So for me, it's my forehead, a little bit around my nose, and like my cheek areas, and sometimes my upper lip. So I'll just put a thin layer overnight, and so overnight your skin will absorb the deodorant. Whereas if you were to apply it during the day, you will apply the deodorant and then start sweating. It'll just wash off your face. So it's good to apply beforehand, and you just wash it off your face in the morning if there's any residue left, and just apply your makeup like normal, and I find that really helps so much. I'm not constantly going like this or like this, and you never know what's on your forearms, like MRSA could be on there. You never know. So that tip is one of my favorites. Another tip is kind of a given. It's to make your lunch or breakfast or whatever meal you're gonna have for your shift or your class the night before. I feel like making it the day of is kind of a bit rushed. It feels a lot better to kind of just grab and go in the morning and not have to worry about it. Especially if you're on your break and you're tired and you're hungry, you just want a good meal. And often you only get one break, like I do, so I kind of just wolf down my food and go on with my day. But it's nice to have a meal prepared for you. It'll help you think more clearly, absorb more information, make wiser decisions, and you'll just feel much better than skipping out on a meal. My next tip is to have a positive attitude. I know it can be hard when you're in nursing school and everybody's looking down at you. I know what they say, nurses eat their young, but honestly, just sticking with it and believing in yourself that you can do it, just give in to the anxiety of starting a new clinical and just own it, ask questions, and just believe in yourself and breathe. My next tip is, like I said, if you have anxiety, I have moderate anxiety, so I have learned to give in to my anxiety, like I said, but also when you're in a difficult situation where you have 10 things thrown at you, you have to really prioritize and organize yourself and just take a moment and think, what is the most important thing I need to accomplish right now? What is of the most urgence that needs my attention? And so it kind of helps you think, right? So if someone needs I don't know, they need a Tylenol for their headache, which is a little bit different in long-term care. Or in all aspects of care, we've got our pain addicts, we've got, stuff like that. So you want to make sure to prioritize, pain over, let's say, pillow fluffing or silly stuff that people kind of think that we're maids, but we're not. Anyway, that brings me to this point where you have demanding patients. Make sure to set limits. So you want to really stand your ground, not only with patients, residents, you want to set limits with staff, with your coworkers, with your colleagues. Because people, when they're in need, they want to take advantage of you. And this goes for, when you're helping someone with schoolwork, when you're helping someone with patient care, or if you're just helping a patient, you want to make sure that they know that you're the one in charge and that you have limits as well. This ain't a free service. I know if you're in school, you're basically doing it for free, which is kind of an incentive for you to put your foot down and say, listen, I'm a student, I will get to you, and you kind of put them in their place. My last tip is really important. So what you want to do is really try to take care of yourself and take advantage of the benefits that you have while you're in school. So if you're in college or university doing nursing, take advantage of the doctors that are there. It's such a stressful program, whichever program you're in, RPN, LPN, RN. It's stressful. It's really stressful. So for me, I had been diagnosed with ADHD, as well as towards the end more of anxiety and depression. I feel like the stress really plays a part in, I mean, I've always dealt with those things, but stress really makes those things more difficult to deal with, and your priority is yourself, right? And it's really hard for you to think that way because there's so many demands on students. I mean, being a student is more hard, it's more difficult than being an actual nurse, because you've got your teachers looking at you for good marks, you've got, family stuff that's going on, you've got your personal life. When you're a student, it's really hard, so you want to make sure to really take care of yourself and take advantage of those opportunities. Like, I know at my college they had pet therapy they would do. I didn't go to them. I didn't really take advantage of them, and I wish I did. But the thing I did take advantage of was going to see my doctor, making sure to take care of myself. You're a nurse, so your main priority, you think in your head, is your patients, but it's really, you want to take care of yourself. If you're sick, you really can't take care of other people. So that is my number one tip, is to take care of yourself. Make sure you're healthy. Go to friends, family, reach out if you are having problems. I know I've been there. I'm with you. I struggled. If you ever need someone to listen, I'm here. And I mean, everybody's nursing experience is different. I hope by giving you these tips that it makes it a little bit easier. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So best of luck to all new nurses starting out like I was, or if you're just starting nursing school, good luck. Congratulations on choosing this wonderful profession that is so needed in this world. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, good luck and bye.